So weather today is not too windy, which I'm thankful for. We're on the way to it's a I think it's about 14 or 15 hand. So apparently it's so sort of feral and frightened to death that it had to go in a cattle crush to have a head collar on. I'm hoping the head collar's on, I'm not 100% sure. And I think they've had it for a few weeks and they need help with it. They thought it would come a bit quicker, so I don't know what they've tried till I get there. I'm going to go and see what I can do now. When things are, you know, this deep as it sounds, it has to be cattle herded in to a stable and it goes out then with the other horse, but they can't get near it. You know, I don't know if it's when it's this bad, it can be physical. I've been to a lot where they've got eye problems, maybe cloudy eye or whatever, but I don't know what they've checked. Don't know how they come about it. It's one of those very much unknowns. But we go in, we booked in. You know, with horses like this, it can take the time it takes. I hope to get somewhere with it. It might be a case of me just doing something that I can sense that might work or might help it, and then try and give the owner a program to work to try and increase, because sometimes it has to be increments and not just flooding. Like sometimes I feel like I can flood a horse, get them over that panic by actually panicking them and showing them that they don't need to. But this I don't know why this sounds different to me, so we're gonna go and we'll try and video it. It might be really interesting. Okay, we somewhere near now. That one. Wow, look.
Oh. Wow, what a view. Wow.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Cardigan.
Where we live, really.
Cardigan Bay, though.
I think so. Okay. Found it. Oh, it's a quaint little cottage. Isn't it? Right, then where are we going to park? Okay, so first of all, you sound to me and what I'm seeing, you're very experienced with horses.
Yeah.
You got 7.
Yeah.
So why? What's the? How did you come about this horse?
I work as a freelance rider.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
I
So I'm there, found the place. As I started to walk in to the place, saw lots of horses, lots of nice equipment, lorry, everything lovely, well kept, lovely little arena, well kept field. You know, they know what they were doing with horses. Turns out, had no idea about this. Turns out I've got 7 horses. And Georgia, the girl who I'm talking to there, it is a little bit windy there, so I'll explain it in case you didn't hear that then. Basically, she's pretty much a professional rider, rides for a lot of people, amazing rider, I could tell. You know, she was very knowledgeable, and I was starting to think, oh dear, you know, they tried a lot for 5 or 6 weeks. That horse had a major accident, man-made accident really. It was let down by the human race really, because it went into a cattle crush. I think as a 2-year-old, I think it's 3 or 4, no, 4-year-old now. Went in a cattle crush, hadn't been handled enough, was very nervous. And at this stage I was thinking, why is it so nervous? There might be an eye problem or something to cause it to be that nervous to have to go in a cattle crush. But there was a huge accident in the cattle crush, and she hurt her legs and everything and managed to get out of there. And then the horse was left on that note. So what humans represented to her, you can only imagine, can't you? So to do, I don't know if she went there to ride at this place, to ride for them or something like that. And then she saw the horse moving across the field and thought, oh, what lovely movement. She obviously knows her stuff with that. And a kind of deal was done, and that was it. They cattle loaded it into a truck, got it off there. Things haven't got, and this is 5 or 6 weeks. So I could tell it's really upsetting the whole work into the place, because obviously they have to herd it out, herd it back. You know, you can imagine a nice little efficient yard, and then suddenly you've got a horse there that's kind of upsetting everything, isn't it? It's just, so they knew they had to search what could they do. So that's why I was contacted, kind of a last resort really. So that gives you an idea of where we are at this point while I'm talking to her.
Here, there and everywhere. And,
You might be going down to mine.
I was doing some work for a lady over, she's on livery at a stud yard.
Yes.
And they breed section Gs, and whilst I was over there, I was looking at all the lovely horses.
But
we
what
had.
do you know why this horse is so difficult? You know, wild, upset. You obviously, it's a project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
she's a
So you
project.
knew this was.
Yeah.
It's not happened since it's come here.
No.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
yeah. That's the.
She was like this when I bought her.
Right.
You-
Okay.
They herded her in from at the age of 2. Apparently, she was put in a cattle crush, trying to
Really?
put a Halter on it.
Oh, so that was a good
She
experience.
lost the plot in the cattle crush and got all her legs caught.
Oh,
She was then
right.
chucked back out in the field and left. When George expressed an interest, she was
Right.
herded in.
So the last experience of humans, our species, the trauma must have been. You can imagine the trauma in a cattle crush.
Yeah.
So usually, 99 times out of 100, things are symptoms of a cause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. The only other thing that could be making this, you haven't been able to get it vetted. She? You haven't been able to get it vetted.
No.
So have you got close enough to look in her eyes?
No.
I've seen it often. The reason she was in a cattle crush was because she was difficult. But what I was saying about the eyes, often this behaviour can come from a blind eye, cataract, you know, that sort of thing. Okay, so how long have you had her now?
She's been
Is the
here
wind there,
about,
Tana?
Yeah.
she's been here about a month.
Have you hand fed her at all?
She'll take things out in hand.
So she's got no idea of pressure with the halter.
I
So,
don't really know.
so even with the halter on, she's going to probably pull away from pressure
Yeah.
and be off. So there's a lot going on here.
Yeah.
She wouldn't even, when they herded her in where George brought her from,
Yeah.
She wouldn't come to the door.
she wouldn't come to the door.
No. When things are this deep, I can't go and just, you know that, you're not, you know, some horse I can go and think, yeah. This isn't going to be one of these, I don't think it's going to be one of those cases where I come and I gentle this horse like a horse whisperer and it's all. So if I can just get somewhere and maybe give you something to work on,
Yeah.
it's probably going to be more.
I think George feels that once you've got a head collar on her,
You can move on. So the biggest problem is, at this point, I'd looked at the mare a few times and the look of absolute terror in her eyes. I mean, I'm a good judge of that now, and she was frightened to death in that stable. And I was thinking, well, you know, she's had a terrible traumatic event in her life with people, and the hardest thing for her now, or the worst thing for her, if it's another, I've got ways that I could. I mean, I've been on ranches in America. I could get a halter on that horse. Okay, I could do that, but it'd be a terrible experience for her, and that's the last thing she needs. So I'm there thinking, how the monkeys can I do this? Now there were a few things that went in my favour. I was lucky with a few things that happened during the time I was there. I'll try and explain that later on in this video, but I start to go on now about vets and sedation and things, because I was just covering where I am with it all, and I was thinking, well, this could be a stretch too far to do it in a fitting way that's going to help that horse, or totally you finish with the horse if things went badly. We're trying to get a halter on it, so that just sets you up how I was thinking here. There is sedation, things we can put in the feed.
tried that.
You've tried that, have you?
Yeah.
See, I knew you were clever. I knew.
I tried, and
All
she
that
was.
we can to the point where
Yeah,
we thought,
okay.
right, okay, we need somebody.
Well, There is the other one where they'll come out and dart it. Have you checked how much that would cost?
No.
Because if you can get a head collar on without too much trauma, you've got half a chance to get. And they come out of it, they'll come out and just you know, like they do in the zoos.
Yeah.
I don't know what the cost is now, but that is an option because then she's down enough for you to get a good head collar on.
Yeah.
Is that an option?
I haven't really thought about that far. We're sort of trying you first.
Yeah. No, don't blame me. Yeah, don't blame me. I'd call myself to give that a go first. Right.
The reason we left her out last night was so she may be a bit calmer this morning.
Yeah.
she's-
Yeah, I'd have done the same thing.
She's
So quite good round the other horses. Just looks normal. Horse round the
They're
horses.
her safety.
when she's out in the yard, we've got the little one in the end stable there. If we're trying to do anything, she goes to that for security.
Yeah, that's a happy place.
Yeah.
Okay. So out here then, what do you have? She can't really. She
Can't
jump.
get out. That's why we put all the wire.
Brilliant. So if you bring her out here,
Also,
don't do that yet. If you brought her out, what would you have? You'd have her in her place where she's happy.
Yeah.
She-
what we do during the day is
Yeah.
when we're not here, we leave her out in the yard with hay,
Yeah.
and when she's finished, she stands in that corner. Normally where that one's stable.
But no other horse here. She's here on her own.
With that little grey one.
The little one in
Oh, you can leave that there. How about her going out in the fields? How does that work?
She goes out.
She follows the grey one out. Well, she follows the one out there.
Doesn't go over all of this.
No,
That's good.
she follows it out there, but then she's that clever now. She's learned that we bring the other one in. She comes as far as the gate. She stands there and says no.
Okay.
So this
So
morning,
if you needed, she was here and you need to get in there, you just come behind her and she'll go in.
oh yeah, you can walk. Yeah, she's
Have you got a following you around in here?
no with food. Yes.
Yeah.
Right, can I just say something? With a nervous horse, now look, I hand-fed horses, and my old horse, I give a toe down again. It's very hard for you, it's going to be hard for you to get your head around this, but the last thing she needs in her life right now is being allowed to come into space and take feed off you. Honestly, I mean, I thought it was mythical stuff, but it isn't. If there's one thing that's helped me with nervous horses, it's not letting them come into my space and take my feed. Okay? It's not the way a horse works, is it? How does a horse work in a field? I mean, they need to know that we are a step above, not below. So you're allowing the horse to take feed. So at this stage, now when everything's good, hopefully in the future, and you're looking wonderful, ride it out and all of this with this, because it will be a hell of an achievement when you eventually are riding this horse around. Wow, what an achievement. How much you're going to learn from this horse. She's a godsend to you, especially at your age and where you are.
Yeah.
What you're going to learn is amazing.
We left her. She's been left now for a couple of weeks, George.
Yeah.
Because we weren't getting anywhere.
So we're nearly at the video, I promise you, we're nearly there. And this video is very much for both purist horse people to learn from, and people, it's lovely, it's entertaining as well. I mean, there's a lot going on in this. But what I've just said there about this being a godsend to this family, Georgia, very young, very talented horse person. I just wish, you know, I wish when I was really young when I learnt some of the stuff I know, and the fact that Georgia's seen something real take place that they didn't expect us. I mean, I'm giving this video away, but you know, how fantastic for someone. There'll be things that Georgia will look at now, as well as her own type of horsemanship. She'll know she could become amazing. And they often say the last thing you find out is the first thing you ever needed to know. And it's like that with horse training. A lot of people find out stuff too late. How wonderful for Georgia to learn something from this horse, especially at that age. So we'll crack on now. Yeah, good.
We've
Again,
just gone
great.
out. We've left her. We've not fed her. We've not done
Yeah.
except this morning trying to get her in. Because a bucket of food was the only way
Yeah,
to get her in.
okay, but you see what I'm saying about this hand feeding thing? A bucket, yes. You know, a horse, yes, I'd give them a bucket, but I'd ask them to stand up a bit. Then I would leave the bucket for them.
Yeah.
They're clever enough to know the difference. But if we let them take a nervous horse this frightened of us will be even more frightened of us if you let it take your feed. Right?
Okay.
Does that not make sense?
Yeah.
And I thought it didn't 20 odd years ago. What a load of it. It is true. That's the last thing she needs is you doing that. All right? So how you take that advice is up to you. Well, what we're going to do first, right? I'm not going to go in that stay with her yet. We're going to let her out here.
Yeah.
Okay? Get everyone out just in case anything happens. And I'm going to see if I can get her to follow me around in here.
Yeah.
All right? That's the first thing.
Yeah.
Do you know how I might go about that?
Join up.
So there's the first stroke of luck I had. It's an enclosure. They put extra height metal gridding on top of the walls. Horse can't jump out, or it'd be very, very, very lucky to do it. So that's a stroke of luck for me. So I've got a little enclosure to work there and to do things maybe more in a better way than if I hadn't. So that was a little bit of luck. God was with me, as I say. So all I'm going to do is just whenever she's got fleeing in her mind and one eye is looking at me, which very much so that's what she's going to be doing, I'll put a little bit of pressure. And then whenever she considers and looks at me with two eyes, I just back up a bit. Now, hopefully, we'll get to a stage where she's kind of following me.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You haven't tried this?
No, I mean, when we approach her, I mean, I never go like that.
No.
I'm always
Yeah.
like that.
Passive type thing. Do you want to do that then? Do you want to nip out
Out there.
and then she'll come out herself, will she?
Yeah. I try to go out.
Yeah, you go out there. Right, so.
My camera skills are not that brilliant.
So, about to open the gate on Betty. If it's Betty or Betty. Scene is set for you. Never had a halter on properly. Never been led around. Not halter broke. Petrified of the human species. Cattle herded everywhere. Just in a whole mess in her life and petrified constantly around people. So, about to open the gate now. So you know where she's at mentally. Here we go.
Yeah, about that.
So you can try and watch what I'm doing here. So she looked at me with two eyes and I just backed up a touch, didn't I? One eye. Still pressure. Still pressure. Still pressure. Longer this takes, the better now. Still applying pressure. Pressure's gone, alright? So just let her think about that for a minute. One eye. Two eyes. Two eyes. She's trying to process this one eye. Two eyes. One eye. First step, alright? And this is something you can play with. It's got to just be trying to tell her, look, the pressure will go away.
Yeah.
So I want to see if she'll sort of, she's not a hot con yet, she's not ready for that, but she's considering me now, isn't she? Do a bit more. That's lovely. She kept her,
Just keep your eyes on
her
it.
she searched there. Good up. Little step there. What have I just done? Notice what just happened there? So now she's done that, this is where I'll do nothing for a while. Is that a roller you just done? Can I be the cheekiest ever?
Oh.
That one with them. Because believe it or not,
He doesn't smoke. But he gets away with it when he goes to see somebody with a, you know, when he works with the horse and he's like, I'll have a little cheeky roll.
You know what? I'll enjoy that way because I need to rest now.
Yeah, yeah.
You see why? This on me, I don't know how to do
You
it.
know, he doesn't like
I can't have
it.
yours tonight. Nothing in that. So, there we go, you So, ask me any questions you want. So far.
There's no filter in it.
But that's the bit we're going to try to.
See how good it is at smoking? He doesn't even know how to do it.
So, would you say there's any improvement? Just
Yeah, that's the calmest she's been, just standing in the yard with people around her.
really?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
But no, this is important now to just chill out
Yeah.
and just let her realise being by us is
Yeah.
not really a good thing. And when she goes away, what happens?
Pressure.
There's pressure.
Yeah.
So we become.
Sorry, Miles,
Turn off now, tell them whatever. Do it. She should. Hold on. A little bit quicker now because she's had a little break. Right. So you see how that very quickly has come. Now that's a major improvement, would you say?
Yeah.
But again, any little try like that, if I go in now and try and do something, I lose a bit of that. So the fact that she's close to me. Now what I'm going to do, see she'll touch my hand, just smell me. I'm offering her to smell me. If she can just smell me, then I'm gone.
Yeah.
Right, so she'll consider. Right. So that was good. See, I'd be here. What I tend to do as well is just shut my eyes slightly when she does, just for a split second, just shut my eyes. She should- So a little bit of pressure, so the pressure comes away. I just wanted to touch my hand here. Right, just touch my hand there. Good. What's that, section A, is it?
Section B.
Oh, is it section A?
George's first pony.
She's about
About
20.
27 now.
I feel like getting just somewhere.
Yeah. Usually if you did that with your hand, she'd
Should go.
go away.
Now, what I'm trying to do now is start getting her to move when I ask her to move. Now I'm going to look at her feet, see if I can back her up a step. Alright? I'm going to tuck for that. Right, so add 1 foot back.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm going to see if I can send that foot back now. See the foot sticking out?
Yeah.
Right. So. See the weight transferred back?
Yeah.
My back's up. Yeah. Right. You see how I've got 1 foot?
Yeah.
Now I'm touching for back and I'm looking forward, even at this stage. And you probably use that with your riding. Always do something different for backup, really.
Yeah.
So. Now I'm having to apply less pressure. Hindquarters. Hindquarters. Back that foot up again. Right. Happy with that. Very happy with that. first pony?
Yeah.
I'm amazed it's still alive.
She's getting on now.
27.
She's 27.
Laminitis.
Chronic magnetic.
Oh, really?
She's got EMS.
We try so hard with Charlotte's now. You always feel sorry for them, don't you, when they go on eat, like, you know.
But she's at a stage now though where she can go out for a day.
Yeah.
And she's been fine. So but she dumped you and broke your arm, didn't she?
Yeah.
Did she? How's that looking?
Excellent.
Much better.
How long have we been in? Half an hour have we been doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is how quick. With just a little bit of knowledge
Yeah.
where I can help a little,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm going to get used to this in a little while.
Okay.
So that you can have a... Now, there's a bit of history already between you and her, and she's so used to being nervous around you. I've offered something different, so it will be more difficult for you
Yeah.
to get to this stage. There's no history with me, is there?
No.
She knows who I am, she knows my look, they're masters at that. So she might be a little bit more aware of you, so don't get too despondent if she is.
Okay.
I want to try and get over that, but I've got more to do yet.
Yeah.
But I want to finish with her following you around, being able to touch her, being able to have her a little bit more at peace
Yeah.
to build from. You don't obviously feed her then, do you? We do. You know the happy hoof?
Yeah.
He has, just so he's not left out,
Yeah.
because all ours come in and they're all fed, and so he has a little. Oh, he loves that. But I don't think there's much in that, is there?
No, we use Top Chop Light because they say Happy Hoof is good for laminitis, don't they? But
We always have that stuff.
with Top Chop Light, it's just
Yeah.
yeah.
Dust.
Yeah.
These periods now are the most important.
Downtime.
I used to think it's good soak time. The more she's around me, she's relaxing. I would like her head to drop slightly. And the nice thing is, she's put me in the eye that most of them don't want you in. You know, most places I go with horses that are nervous, they put you in that other eye. Okay. So. See, life's pretty good for her at the moment, isn't it? When she's kind of near me now.
Yeah.
Now she's getting that. So that's what join up is in my book. Not.
Sending them away.
No, I don't find it works that well, really. There is no need, because that's, in my opinion, that's all join up is
Yeah.
they realise there's more peace with you, so they follow, but you've gone through all of that. You know, it's more important to me how a horse leaves me
Yeah.
than how it comes with. So. One foot back, the other foot back. Now I'm feeling a real quietness now. Now every time she gives me one eye, I'm not, unless she's going with her feet, then I'm not going to put pressure on her. If she just gives me one eye for a second, then I'll take that.
cold and stiff.
Now it's now she's getting curious now. See?
Yeah.
I'll give her a break for a minute. Yeah, so that was just a little break there. These breaks are everything. And like I say, both eyes now, both eyes she's sucking on. Just tried left and right. She's not more frightened. Lowered the head there,
Yeah.
thought, oh, you know, the more I can like just walk around her now. So look, you know, because you remember, probably most of what humans have ever done have all tried to catch her,
Yeah.
haven't they? Everyone's tried to catch her. She's not nasty. She could have easily kicked out by now.
No, she's not been nasty all the way through.
So here then.
She's never turned, has she?
She's almost wanting to be by me now, isn't she?
Yeah.
And in an ideal world, where do you think you would leave it?
Just there.
In an ideal world,
Yeah.
would be here. Now I'm here longer, so I'm going to experiment a little bit. But so you know, the ideal world is that's a big thing for her.
Yeah.
You would leave it because the last thing you do with any horse, especially ones which are nervous and not knowing if they're going to survive the day, is leave them on a note. But the last thing they do is the first thing they learn. So it's that last little bit, like a date, isn't it? That last minute, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
that's the important bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, okay. So, see if we can get back, straight back to experimenting. Hindquarters. And the reason I've done that, so I'm less threatening now.
Yeah.
I don't feel like she's going to hook me with her front feet. Some can when they're wild. I'm doing a bit quicker movements now, deliberately. Quicker movements. Alright, so because I know you're going to probably be a bit quicker movementy than me. So. Hindquarters. See if I can get a foot back. See, all these movements now. Okay, so choice now is, and it's no one actually knows the best thing to do here. It's very much of a sort of confab and sort of come up with some kind of decision. I could do another 15 minutes of getting her to follow me around, get a little closer, then get you to come in and get a start on it so you know what to work on in the week, so that she can touch your hand and that she'd rather be with you. Or if I stay longer now, I get a rope and I throw a soft rope on her and see if I can get her to, she'll get upset with the rope to start with. She's going to try and get out of here, but eventually she'll realise that's not going to work.
Yeah.
And then try and gentle her enough with the rope to then maybe get a head collar on her. Once head collar's on, it's unbelievable what I'll get done. Once head collar's on, I can get a halter broke, get loads more done with head collar. But whether it's better for, it wouldn't be next week, it'd be the week after because of bookings, but it's very much, do you know what I mean? It is our decision, and there's never the right decision really with horse training.
She's got got her HTV in a couple of weeks.
You got your HTV?
Yeah.
Good God. So it's up to you whether we go forward or we leave it. And
Ideally, the head collar.
should we go
is
for it?
what
But
I
I'm
want.
all I'm saying is, I might go backwards a bit with this.
Yeah,
It's the thing. I half agree with you because she's been here
halfway
quite a
there,
while
isn't she?
now. Things haven't got better till I'm here now. Maybe things might, because you've got history,
Yeah.
maybe things could drop down again. So we'll go for it if you want.
Try it.
Yeah, all right then.
Okay.
But like I say, no one really knows the best thing here. So
No.
okay, I'll go and get my rope then, and we'll see.
Yeah.
It's a real pity you didn't get me to see me rope the horse. What had happened is I went and get all my rope and bits and pieces I needed, and Tanya went off with George's owner to have a look at the letting side of things, because we might do some of that and whatever. So when I was just getting her used to the rope a little bit while they were chatting, and I was throwing the rope over her back and she was scuttling around quite a bit, and then I just threw the loop, not really to rope her there and then because I wanted that on film, and her head went straight in it, so she was roped. So that was it. That was the opportunity gone to film it. But it was about, for all the ropers out there, it was about 3 shots. The third time I wasn't even trying, but about the third time that I threw the rope towards her, her head went in. So yeah, I'm not the best roper in the world, but I'm probably better when I don't mean to hit to catch like that. But yeah, it is a long video. This, it's a purist video and entertaining, like I said, and you see it in real time. And I'd already been there for about an hour and a half, I think, something like that. But the decision was made for me to carry on, and was fairly confident I'm going to get somewhere. But the fear of touching around her head will really become more evident in a minute. You'll really see what's going on. Have you noticed I haven't pulled on it at all yet?
Yeah.
It's important we don't pull on it yet. All I want is one step towards me. There. One step towards me. A little bit of pressure. One step towards me and release. Better think about that. One step towards me if I can. Just a little bit of pressure. There. A little bit, tiny bit. Just a little pull, see if I can get just a little step towards me. That was a release for her head. See if I can get there. So what I'm trying to do now is get her to think that this is information to her feet. She's got to come there. See one step? And this is the start of her halter breaking. Right here. This is her halter breaking. I won't pull there because I would have gone against her. Right, see if I can, there, just a thought, there you go. See if I can get it to come to me a little bit of pressure till she comes forward with her feet. One step, if I can get one step now towards me. One step and all that pressure. I'm not holding it very hard, but if I can just get one step, then it goes away for her. And the longer this takes for her to find this step now, the better, because it'll have more of a meaning. There, see how that went? Just one foot, not that way. way, not that way, not that way, that shoulder. Come on. Right, now I'll let her relax a bit now. Don't want her thinking away, so I'll let her relax when she's considering me. Forward with your feet. Come on. Come on. There. Right. See if we can get to the coffee. There. See, I'm releasing for every step now.
Yeah.
And now we're just getting over that fear. Or so the more I can get changing her feet now, there. This is the halter breaking right here. Release for that foot, there. The longer it takes me to get a foot forward, the better, because the more it means something. There. There. That's all this is. Information to your feet, girl. She's better about ropes.
Yeah.
There's your long lady, isn't it?
Yeah.
Your breaker.
I can't believe you can touch that.
So each individual step we're getting somewhere, aren't we? But it's
Yeah.
so slow. There's quite a lot of skill involved with this, knowing where, you know. No, I'd sit here for an hour doing this thing. Right, it's licked and chewed, so if she yeah, now, the fact that she put her nose out then, I think the wind's less now. Do you want to go out there? No? Really?
Why?
She just keeps looking at you now.
Oh.
Oh, that was good. And see if she can cope with that. Yes. So all the time, we're getting somewhere now.
Yeah.
Hands going fast. Yeah, she can kind of cope with that.
Yeah.
And I'm pulling on her neck. And I'm asking for her hand. Asking for her to, there you go. Cope with that. Now she feels threatened in that corner. But if I can stick with this for a second.
Yeah.
There. That's it, it's not going to kill you. She doesn't know that.
No.
Right, there's forward with the feet. Come on. Forward with them feet. A little bit. Come on. There. That's it. Licked and chewed. Help here. Get somewhere now, aren't we? Huh? Got a bit there off. loosen that off this way. There you go. Alright, gonna do no good. Fleeing, is it? You go for all of that nightmare again. Forward. She likes it up in that corner now, for some reason. Forward. That's all that is. Now what I'm going to try and do now, when she stops moving to my pants, there, I'll stop. So I'll go to where she might move now. If she does, I'll just follow her. When she kind of searches with a stop, there. Go to her again, keep going. When she gets rid of me now is by stopping. Stop for a second, licked and chewed. Search in again. You can go again. So I realised, okay, things were going better. I noticed there wasn't quite so much fear in her eyes. So, but she wasn't having anything touched around her head, and every time I even thought it, I could hear her breathing changing and that. So there's no way I was going to be able to do that. So next stage for me was to get my boinging stick and follow her around, and only take the boinging stick off her when she accepted it. Kept her feet still, let me rub her and take it off. So that was the next stage, because I wanted to try and rub it up her neck a little bit and whatever. And again, it played into my hands that I'd got an enclosure there, you know. So yeah, that's what this is now. It's the stick, preparing her to stand still while she's being touched with the stick, which is an extension of me, really. So this is the next stage now.
She's scared to enjoy things though. It seems like she's scared.
Rain, isn't it?
I won't be able to carry on with this in a minute because it's all...
What I'm trying to do here with her, what I'm trying to do here, when she stops, immediately she stops, I'm taking it away. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
It's quite hard to notice. So that her way of getting rid of it, there, look, if I can hold that there now, she stops, I take it away. I put it on, she stops, I take it away.
Yeah.
And she stops, take it away. That's better.
Way better.
Hmm?
Way better.
Yeah. Better. She licked and chewed. Now, she's kind of trying to let me touch her for the first time. There. A little touch of her. She thought, look, her ears all went funny then. She said, I can't believe you've just done that. There. So finally, a breakthrough. It happened quite sudden. She started letting me touch her. That's the first time there. She let me touch her. Breathing changed. Just felt. I think there was another little upset. I don't know if there was. It'll be on camera now. But I think there's one more little upset, and then that was it. You'll see a huge change. And I've seen it so often in horses. I knew then something was going to happen for the good. Then, but yeah. Look at her here. She's thinking, I can't believe you just touched me and I'm still alive. So this hand movement now is getting better. So things are starting to be better for her here with me now, aren't they? But I've had to go through quite a bit. She searched. This is how she is convinced she was going to die. You know, and she still is to a certain extent. There. There. Quick movements now. You're getting a flinch, but she's not fleeing.
Yeah.
So she's searching with that. Oh, there. She's going to be quite hungry in a minute. There, I've got her neck now, touching her neck. So she's saying, yeah, you're okay. Look at that.
Oh wow. Wow.
Yes. Yeah. Come on. Right. So now, when I'm pulling on this rope, she's getting a release when she tips her head. Because this is the rein, look.
Yeah.
Eventually it's a rein. So there's, you know, there's a tip. If you listen to the music, listen to the music.
Do you know what the other one was?
One step at a time.
Yeah, and the other song was I can't bloody remember now. What was the other song? Something like You Changed.
Yeah, definitely the head area.
Yeah.
Definitely the head area, which is that forcing in the cattle crush.
Yeah.
But the more she can feel okay, the only one thing that you're gonna, if she's getting one-eyed now, but we can deal with that once she's halter broken. You
Yeah.
can deal with that. She's only getting comfortable in this eye now, which I was trying to avoid, but it happens. They pick a side.
Yeah.
Good job it's the right side.
Yeah, in a way.
I can't believe that.
So you've never stroked her like that?
No.
So now she's dropped her head.
Wow.
Just think of all that lovely brushing you can have, what she's been
I was
missing
just
out
thinking
on.
that.
You have a lovely brush
I
now.
can't wait to brush her.
Oh.
Well, that might be a little ways off yet.
Yeah.
But
I know, but
you know what you've got to think, the positives here. An hour and a half, and look where we are. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And don't think you would have done it without me.
No. We wouldn't.
It's the hill, the little hill to get over, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know. There. Now, when she considered me then with her mind and her head, I took it off, didn't I? So.
I think she's enjoying that.
got to do now, she's told me that's okay. Okay? Now I've got to see how far I can go up now till she says no.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm going to start going up here till she says no, and then go back, and then keep going a bit at a time. So she kind of said there, didn't she? She kind of said there, so I've gone back. Go up again. This is all knotted, isn't it here? It's all knotted. Little flinch. You know, she's going to have all of these flinches for a while. But she said, that's okay now. Go to there. Now, see?
Yeah.
Same as you. She says no, so I'll come back down. A bit higher. She's saying, well, that's okay. You can tip towards me, then I'm gone. Rather than away. Really, that's what. It's okay up there. It is. That's the best I've done so far there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so tell her that's great. Not such a flinch now. Oh, no. Come on. It's okay, it's okay. It's okay. There. How does she get rid of me?
Okay, we'll do it.
Yes. So if I can get her to get rid of me every time by coming towards me rather than away, so if you can just work that out now, a little bit of a breakdown there, if I can just get her to tip towards me, just hoping that she won't go, just to search, come this way, and now I'm gone. So consider me rather than go. Alright? See, that's not working for her by going. Either a tip down, which is a relax, or a tip towards me. If I can get a tip towards me, then that's great. No, she's just searching.
No, she knows what you're saying. She says, no, I'm not going to tip towards you. You might stop.
Yeah.
I really want that little tip now. Yeah, just the slightest tip.
Yeah.
There.
Oh.
That's the way out for her. She can get that in her head, but the way to get rid of this is come, like with the halter. Come.
Yeah.
And if you can, yeah, just a little tip, just a little tip. Come on, neatly. No, not that way. This way. This way. Come on, there. So, come on, you can get rid of me. You can get rid of me. You can get there. There you go. That's good. Isn't it? You're gonna get rid of me there.
Oh, good girl.
That's it. So I'm just working on lowering her head with me a little bit here before I put the head collar on, before I get used to the head collar. So she's just sort of coming around now, and I'm just putting a little bit of pressure right just on the neck and just waiting for it to just dip slightly. There, see how it come down then, Tan?
Yeah.
And she's kind of getting used to being letting me down here now, so I'm not a threat. But what I'm going to do now, I've got her nose good now. I'm going to start putting the head collar around her nose. I mean, she might freak out because that's where a lot of this has come from. That head collar in the cattle. So, look at that, look at the change. Now, in the ideal world, I would have finished what I was doing at the stage 1, where I'd got the horse following me around. The following day, I'd probably do a bit more of that. So I would have been up to about a week and a half to get to this stage. That's not the way my life is when I go out to horses. You've got a little window of opportunity. That's life. That's what it is. So you do the best you can. So there I am. Got to a stage where I've got to go for the halter now. Now there's no way I could get my hands. In the time I've got there, she's told me I can't get my hand over like that properly to get a halter on. So now I'm going to try and gentler to the halter over her nose, and then I've done this before with the halter strap at the back where you reach over to get it. I put a little string on. You'll see a string now. That's what that is, and it kind of helps me to draw it over. So this is what happens now.
She doesn't like the rope on the floor.
Huh?
She doesn't like that rope on.
No, she don't like the rope on the floor, but somehow I've got to get used to it so I've got to use the rope to lift it up. Because when I put my hand round, she won't be able to cope with that. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So first of all, get her to cope with having this over her nose, then we're halfway there. Well, we're quarter of the way there. And the way she's going to get rid of that now is by tipping in. try not to lose that now. So there's the moment. The halter's on. Halter's on. I just almost the horse just so new life beckoning. As soon as that's on, I knew that was it then. No trauma there really. Obviously she got upset about a few things, but actually putting that halter on, there was no trauma. It was nice. That's exactly what she needed. That's exactly what I knew that she needed. But there's a sting in the tail. When I put it on, that halter, clicked it on, I knew there's no way she could turn out with that halter because it's going to come over her ears. It was too big. Georgia, bless her, gave me a massive halter. So I thought, oh no, and I'm thinking, what am I going to right? But I knew with the halter I could do it. So I don't know whether you see that now, but I put a smaller halter on and I dismantled the other one and sort of drag it all through. And she didn't get too upset with that. So we'll carry on with the ending of this now. It's very big on her.
Okay.
But let's see what we can do with this now. If I can do that, not lose it. Really don't want to lose. Okay. Right, we're going to give it a break now, alright?
Yeah.
I really do need another drink because I am absolutely dying here. I've got to get this off now.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Bloke, didn't you?
Oh yes.
Right, we're going to do that for now at that, but you're going to have to do more holes in this. For now it ain't going to come off.
Okay.
So we're going to have to clip a lead rope now. Have you got a lead rope for me?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the longest one you've got.
Okay.
Come on. There you go.
This is the start of halter breaking now. I'm just going to hold now till I can hopefully get a little try to alternate and then just release there. Right, we're out of that.
No.
I'm just going to go each side now. Releasing for each foot. She'll know the confidence I got now. She'll feel the confidence. I didn't want to lose confidence too much. So now we're going to lead in. Each foot, release. No pressure if she's following. Lovely. Lovely. Okay. Here's a disengagement. See if I can step her back. Yes, got to step back. I looked at her feet. Disengagement. Step her back. Yes. Disengagement. So the halter breaking stop. Step back. Yes. Now tell her how good she is. halter braking on her.
Okay.
You've got her head collar on now. We could really do with this is big.
Do you want to put one?
Well, as long as we can put it on, we can put it on without taking that off and then dismantle that one. We can dismantle that underneath it, can't we?
Yeah, it's got the one.
Yeah, it's got the clip on there.
Yeah,
I'm a little bit worried about that coming off for her.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Because I don't think we're going to get the whole thing in, you know, if
Yeah,
it
it's
comes
too-
off her,
yeah. Is she?
yeah. So that's where I've changed halters over there and it's fitting really well and ain't coming off. So that's a good point in this video there, right? So we're nearly done now. Don't be upset if the horse doesn't feel as supportive with you. You know, I would just explain to you a little bit about, I've seen great horsemen take real troubled horses, do their work, get a horse over its real problems, and then the owner, pass the owner the lead rope, and those horses drag the owner with the horseman going out. So don't think, oh, it's just what might happen,
Yeah.
and then I'll have to come back and do a little bit more with you. She's done enough now, really.
Oh yeah.
That's a different look, isn't that? Right, so do you want to come in now? She's going to get a little bit upset. Try not to look in her eyes. Right, so come in now. Okay. Now just stand here. Just here. Right? That's it. Now just see whether you can just... in fact, I don't touch her face because that was the worst problem. So if you can come in here. I want you to go a little bit forward and then back off, alright? But not when she goes, when she stands still. So just go, step forward, right? Yeah, not too bashful, right? Back off a little bit, and then keep going in now towards her. And go in a bit more. Yeah, back off. Now go in. Now just a little touch, alright? Just a little touch. Walk away. Right?
Yeah.
Right, and again. And that's it, you're not looking in her eyes. There. Right?
Yeah.
And then again, a little stroke, not your knuckles. Yeah? There you go. And then back off. Yes. And then go in and stay there and do it now. Right? Don't be too sheepish now. Yes. There you go. How's that feel? Yeah? And then just back a bit, then walk away. Just back a little bit more, yeah. Down the back a bit, and then walk away. Right?
Yeah.
Now back in again. Right? Just give it a little, give it a time, and I'll do just a little rub. There you go. Walk away again, and go back in. Now a little, like really feel it through your hands, love into it. Down the back of her a bit. Yes, just nice and gentle. Yes, there you go, go. The reason I said go, she tipped her.
Yeah.
You saw it? Right. Alright, now see if you can lead her a couple of steps and then stop. Just lead. You just see if you can get a step, then release. Yeah? How's that feel? What? There you go. Try not to look in her eyes. Go on, see if you can just lead her a bit. She's never been led, has she? Right. Just hold the pressure till she gives there. Now walk in and just gently touch her again. Go on, not too bashful like she should be frightened. Yes!
Come really quick now, she's got that lead on.
Oh, you've got her now.
Yeah, she'll come really quick.
Right, should we put her out like that? Should we put her
I
in?
need to bring one in before she goes.
Or do you
out.
want, where do you want her to go?
She's going to go out here, but I need to bring the dark grey
Do
one
you
in.
want to, yeah, alright, so you don't want me to put her in her stable, yeah?
No.
So I can go. First time ever led. So that's it. I managed to halter brake to a certain extent, an unhalter broke horse there and then, and enough to be able to lead it to the field. I felt quite confident I could do that, and it's very, very rare a horse will get away from me. I can't remember the last one that did until now. There's me. This is one for the blooper reel. So I'm putting the horse on. I'm feeling chuffed to bits with myself, to be honest, and for the horse and everything. It was very hard work, very demanding mentally. You can see that. So the gates open and I go in. Lovely job. So I was going to just lead the horse sort of maybe 50 yards into the field or something like that. And then bang. I don't know what it was. I think there was some stuff on the right-hand side that spooked her. And I did a blooming good job to hold on as long as I did. I didn't want to get in loose like that. But anyway, have a look at this. And the great thing about this, what you could think went wrong, and it happens, is you have a look at what happens. But the beautiful thing is, and the amazing thing is what happens when we need to catch her. So have a look at this. That can go in a bloopers.
Yeah, that's a bloopers one. Just couldn't hold it, could he? No, with his long one, he probably could have. It's short lead drive.
Because she's been just
Bring
following.
the other one out.
She usually follows,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure if she will because she's been.
No, she didn't follow the other horse out. She got the lead rope dangling. She had a little bit of a run around. And she stayed where she was down the back of the field, which was uncharacteristic. But anyway, you have a look what happens now when I go to catch her.
Not yet. Yeah,
Do you want the grey back?
yeah.
Can you see what I built there?
Yeah.
Just that little bit. Right, okay, there's your rope. She's safe. She's got a good head collar on.
Yeah. Thank you.
Now, when she let me go into the field then, and just remind her of Two Eyes just for a second there, she let me catch her. She was absolutely, after that, pulling away and whatever, she was absolutely fine when I went up to her. She knew. It was like the biggest revelation for her that she hasn't got to fear man so much. So what a difference, guys. What a roller coaster morning I had doing that. But I was a little bit concerned about, I always am, how things will be. I think we left it at the perfect timing to leave and for that horse to soak about what's gone on. And I was wondering, anyway, I actually literally, I would say an hour ago. I mean, I went there yesterday. Literally an hour ago, I just had a couple of videos come through from Tanya, is it Georgia or Georgia? I think it's Georgia. I don't think Tanya, I mean that. Just had these videos come through. Absolutely bang on. I'm going to play them now. She's messaged them through, and I'm going to play them now. Shouldn't have worried, should I? How about that? That must have been this morning that she filmed that. What amazing thing that is. So hope you enjoyed this one. Like, it's a long video, but all those subtleties that I've learned over all those years had to come into play there, and I had to do a lot of searching in my mind with the best decisions to make. And you saw it. You saw it as it was, and. I'll put a post. I'm sure that we'll get some information how she's getting on with that horse, and I'll put them on my page because people love to hear how things have gone. But I've got a feeling we might see some lovely riding from that horse, because once a horse that troubled turns a corner, they can be fantastic horses. Absolutely. One of the horses I'm going to do a little story on. His name was Mano. That's a cob, Section D cob. Never forget him in my life. You know, I was given him if I could catch him. He's one of the best horses I've ever had in my life. So it just shows, and I've had a lot of horses like that are so troubled, but once they turn that corner, they'll do anything for you. And they're great horses. So, okay, I'll leave it at that. So, Tanya's just told me now, I'm rubbish with names. I kept saying Georgia, I think, on Georgia. It's Georgie, Tanya. Georgie. It's Georgie. So, Georgie, I'm sorry if I called you Georgia. So that's it. I'm off. If there's any video that I wish you'd share it, is this. I really want this one sharing. Really appreciate it if you can. And I think so many people, again, will get something from it. And all the principles I'm using, it's not just for wild horses. The principles are universal with training of horses. A lot of what I'm doing there. So if you can share it, like, love, whatever you can do for me, and I'll catch you over the next hill. All right then.
Tanya here. We love all your messages. We read them. Can't always get back to them all, but we love all your comments.
Yeah.
We really appreciate everything.
Yeah,
we love
do.
you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, that's nice. Okay, bye.